y'all? Welcome back to my channel. You already know who I am, Antoinette, the girl next door, if you don't know. So some people call me Tony, some people call me Net, some people call me Antoinette, whatever you want to call me, okay? Anyway, before we move on to the video, I just want to go ahead and ask you guys to hit the subscribe button below. Anyway, welcome back to my channel, everyone. I thought about doing a motivational video because that's the purpose of my channel, and I noticed I haven't done a motivational video in quite a long time. Well, long enough if you ask me. I'd been kind of trying to find my niche, playing around with doing different videos, and though I'm happy with everything, all my content so far, I still want to stick to the purpose of my video. So I figured, why not today? Why not just get right in it and kind of in this year, because this is the last week of 2017, with some motivational type of things. We all need a little motivational and that push going to 2018, right? A lot of people are already having this mindset that next year I'm cutting everybody off. Next year I'm gonna be a new me. Next year, right? So I don't know why we have to wait, and I'm guilty of it too, to next year to start something. It's important to keep focused on your life and living and loving your life according to your values. A lot of times, and I say this a lot in a lot of my videos, they fake, but a fake world, the fantasy some of us live. I mean, social media has definitely taken a toll on a lot of people in this world. We tend to need to compete. We need to keep up with the Joneses. We need to know who's who, what's what. We need to be at all the popular events. I mean, just all of it. And a lot of times we still don't feel fulfilled in the inside. It's kind of suggest you all to think about what are your values, and what would it look like to actually begin living and loving your life according to your values. For example, one of the things that I value is education. Okay, so for me, I am in school pursuing my doctoral degree in marriage and family therapy, right? And so education is very, very important to me. And so that means I am obviously going to school. I'm taking the time out to do anything to enhance my education and my career. Another value to me is I'm very career driven. So I can say this year has been very, very crazy when it comes to my career, but that's something I value, and I plan to, or I begin to put all my strength and my energy in creating the career or creating the life that I want, that's tailored around my career value. I value self-care, and it's even more important because I am a therapist. Definitely take care and look out for myself, especially when I'm used to looking out and helping other people. So self-care is something I value, so to me that means I put time aside for myself. You can't expect the world or someone else to put time aside for you if you're not doing it for yourself. You really have to take initiative to take care of yourself, inwardly and outwardly, which is why I have a manicure appointment in a minute. But anyway, other things I value, I feel I value so much because I'm I value relationships, and I'm just not talking about intimacy relationships. So because that's something I value, and I want to live my life according to my values, I make sure where I have learned to work on putting more effort into my relationships, including friendships, family relationships, work relationships, school relationships, all of it. It's very, very important, because if that's what I say, if you say your values are this or that and your life don't really align with it, it's kind of hypocritical almost. And granted, I get it. Sometimes it's hard to stick to what we believe and what we value, but it's very, very, very important to remind yourself constantly. I have to constantly remind myself, I value my outward appearance, so why am I letting myself get fat as hell? I'm just saying. So I said all that to say, it's very important to keep your values on the forefront. Something else I value is timeliness. I'm never really on time, but I'm getting better with that. So I want to live my life and love my life according to timeliness. Am I on time? Do I set time aside? Do I stick to my plans? Do I stick to my word? If I can't make something, do I have enough integrity to at least call the person, or at least reschedule or cancel? That's what I'm saying. It's like, again, that's like one of my values. A good way to start figuring out what your values are by sitting and really thinking to yourself, okay, so what do I not value? I mean, that's a start. What are some things that kind of like, nah, no, I'm not with that? And what are some things that I really feel passionately about? You can't live your life according to someone else's values. And I know growing up, that was something that I really struggled with, to be honest. I really struggled with feeling like I had these certain values because perhaps like family members or friends or people that I admire, I saw that what they value, or they have those common values, and I felt like, oh, well, this should be my value. I should value this and that. And the older I got, especially when it comes to family, like I just become very much like I'm my own woman, I'm my own person, and I don't have to live up to everybody else's values and their standards, because this is my life. So if you're living your life according to someone else's values, I'd say like that kind of, and I'm not just saying like the values of the other people are just not good values, but if it's not something that genuinely connects with you, you're actually not living and loving your best life. You're not. So again, I think it's really important to kind of like begin to figure out, what are my values? Do I love my life? You know, there are times in my life where I'm like, this is rough, everything is rough, why me, blah, blah, blah. But I still have gotten to a point where I'm comfortable enough to say I love my life. Things aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. And that takes a lot of growth and maturity to be able to say that my life is, things are not going all the way that I want, but I still love it despite. To actually live and love your best life according to your values actually take practice. You can't just say some shit and then not like actually put it into work. Like, no, you actually have to do some things. And for me, I'm very like, anything will motivate me. I'll hear a song and I can be driving and I'll be like, yes, I love this. Oh my gosh, I'm about to get back on with this and start working on myself. And you know, it's fluff. It's fluff. So I said all that to say you actually have to put in the work. I don't want to be the one to tell you what you should or should not value, because that wouldn't be fair and that would make the world like a really crappy place. That's one thing that I admire about the world. We're all diverse. The world is very diverse. People are different. People have different views, different perspectives, to come from different homes. And so not everyone value would be the same. So I would challenge you to go into 2018 with really sitting there to take the time to meditate and think about what you value, whose values you are following that are not necessarily your values, and how do you distinguish the two so you can go forward with living and loving your life according to your values. You really have to. Some people value money. Now, I don't want to be, because there are some extreme people like, oh, I don't value money. Money isn't everything. Honey, money pays my bill. And when I do get money, I can get a new hairdo and some new bundles and, and slay. So no, money is not everything. It doesn't internally make me happy, but externally it does help. So I said that to say, I don't really know why I said that to say. Everybody has different values. Money, I wouldn't say it's like a value, but how I could create an income and how I could attain financial gain is important to me. The actually like paper, the money paper, yeah, no. I mean, it's fluff, just like some words. So we're going into this year together with really Practicing what we preach. That's another way to love and live your life according to your values. Practice what you preach. Do not say you value this. Do not say you value loyalty and value trusting relationships and things like that, and you're the total opposite. Don't say you value being a, watching what you eat, and you are a pescatarian or a vegan, but you are definitely eating pork and all type of other things. Okay, so practice what you preach. I think that's a good way to live and love your life according to your values, because don't forget, there are some people who actually really know who you are. There's some people who actually really know who you are. So don't just say things and it's not really true about you. But I say, let's go into 2018 living our best lives according to our values. And when we feel stuck about, or conflicted about, do I value this? Do I not? We are actually put in the work to figure it out. I mean, values just don't drop on your life overnight. Like, I don't think you just were born one day and you say, this is what I value. I think life's circumstances and situations, and of course cultural plays a huge impact and factor in that. But I think you have to, it's like values is, I don't know, I feel like my values is just like evolution. It's never the same, maybe some, but then I change because I'm not the same woman that I was in January 2017, and I know for a fact that I'm not going to be the same woman January 2018. So anyway, I am really extremely not liking my makeup right now, and I really want to take this off. So this is gonna end the video. I hope you all really take heed to what I'm saying, and I like to see or like to know what you all value, or how do you plan to live and love your life according to your value in 2018. And you don't have to start in 2018, you can start right now in 2017. But anyway, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all in my next video.